Professor Liu giving me this opportunity to present this slides. So now I will talk about magnetic resonance guided focused ultrasound treatment for essential tremor. So this is the background. The essential tremor interferes the patient's ADL, such as writing and meals, although it is not life-threatening disease. Therefore, less invasive treatment strategy is required because most of the patients are elderly. Either stereotactic RF regioning or deep brain stimulation are applied for essential tremor if the medical therapy with beta blocker or primidone are unsuccessful. However, there are some possibility of risks, including hemorrhage, infection, neurological deficits, and hardware-related complications. So here, magnetic resonance guided focused ultrasound, Mrgfus, that which about 10,000 of the ultrasonic beams are concentrated in a particular nucleus under monitoring of the tissue temperature, is a device for ablation surgery in the brain without craniotomy. Yet, here, I will explain the principles of the Mrgfus. The important thing is here, convert the ultrasound vibration energy into heat. You see, this is a concept image. This is a half global transducer. This transducer consists of about 1,000 elements. Each element generates the ultrasonic sound beam like this. See? And if the ultrasonic sound beam cross the skull perpendicular, the beam is almost all energy reaches to the target. But if they have some angle, or especially over 35, the ESD cannot be contributed to the focus formation because of reflection like this. You see, this is the skull. This is the target, and this space between the transducer and the skull filled with water. They gas the water. So here, this slide explains the attenuation of acoustic energy in transmission. You see, this axis shows the intensity rate. This is in the water, and the skull, and the parenchyma. You see? Here, from the surface of the skull to inner cortex of the skull, very decreasing. You see? And very like this. Here, so as you know, the skull, 3 layers: outer compact cortex, and bone marrow, and inner cortex. 3 layers. So reflect the ultrasound beam reflect in each layer. So this attenuation happens. You see, and this is the distribution of skull thickness. Skull thickness is not homogeneous, some heterogeneous. So in this apparatus, the skull was separated in many elements and calculated. You see? So converting the ultrasonic energy into heat, the absorption rate of bone is about 50 times that of parenchyma. So the skull is very important to think about the energy distribution. So here, another important factor, skull density ratio, SDR. The SDL defines a ratio between the mean values transference of marrow and cortical bone, which was calculated as follows. Yes. The planned allocation of target and the transducer, etc. But this is very difficult. So I show the schema. Ultrasonic wave transfer across the skull. You see, if the bone marrow is very thin, that means high SDL. In case of high SDL, high idle transmission across the skull. On the other hand, if the many bone marrow, many space, such skull, maybe the older people, the skull is like this. Bone marrow is very developed. So in such case, we calculate usually lower SDL. In lower SDL case, lower energy transmission across the skull. This study was carried out Seoul group. Yeah. So, and now here I will present my clinical study cases, 5 cases, and these 5 cases are mean age 68.4, all male, and all, of course, all the patients have essential tremor. And here is the disease duration, average 14.8 years. And all patients, the Mrgfus was carried out for left side beam because their dominant hand is right hand. And here I show the SDL. At the average, SDL 0.42. By the way, the Seoul group says that if we do the Mrgfus, the SDL should be more than 0.45. So this is maybe not so good cases. So, and then actually the target X 10 millimeter lateral to the surgery to work. Y coordinate 5 millimeter posterior to the middle ACPC. Z coordinate ACPC level. And SDR, of course, more than 0.45 is better, but in our case, not. Patients have placed in the stereotactic head frame that was coupled to an MRI compatible with the sound transducer. I show in video later. After stereotactic targeting with the use of MRI, acoustic energy was sequentially titrated to temperature sufficient to tissue aberration, approximately 55 to 60 degrees. This is lower than the RF region temperature. But the titration is very important. Lower temperature to gradually higher temperature. This is very important. Each brief sanitation was monitored with magnetic resonance thermometry, and the patient was clinically assessed for tremor reduction and adverse effects. So this is important. We can evaluate in each time during the procedure. So if it's very dangerous, in such case, we stop suddenly. Here, I will show our practice. Here I don't know Japanese TV. See? And this is the machine. inside the exacerbate neuro. He's Dr. Onishi, my colleague. He explained about the principle of this machine. Here, hand and foot tremor treated with ultrasound. With anticraniotomy. This is MRI. This is MRI. This is the exacerbated neuro. This is the patient. Good case. He suffered from tremor for a long time, and before surgery, like this, like this. And I put the stereotactic frame. I always put the frame symmetrically. And I often draw this line, help line, to put frame symmetrical. This frame is modified by a shear double frame. Fixation with pin, and this is the membrane. Here is very disturbance factor because if there is a hair, the ultrasound is reflecting something. Now I adjust the point. Now in the MRI. Now start the sonication. This is the image. Here is the target and the main ultrasound beam for drug. Real-time image. This is real-time image. You see? Surrounds. Here's the main. Ventral intermediate nucleus. Beam up, the concentrate the relation to tremor. Now 45 centigrade. You see, this is the spot, and in real time, the temperature is shown on the console. During the procedure, sometimes I check. Now, his tremor just, you see, just improved. Maybe 5 or 6 times after sonication. Sonication continue. This is the spot. The red curve means now 51 or 50 centigrade. I often, several times I check the patient like this. Rather improved. So, maybe this is the final sonication. I say, oh, this is the last. Total 11 times sonication was carried out, about 3 hours. Just after the operation. You see? Please attention, his right hand. This is the before, this is after. And then 1 week later, the patient comes to hospital. His tremor better than the, just after the operation. You see? He said he is very satisfied with the results. NICA, internal medicine, doctor says, oh, very surprised. He said he measures the blood pressure always in the right hand, but like this. But now, no. You see, much better than just after the operation. And this is a good case. So, I checked the region after operation. This is the region over the Tssfn around the ultrasound check. The site and corner and axial, like this. The shape is not perfect globe, like this. This is the watermelon in Taiwan. Like this shape, not perfect globe. You see, I checked the AP and anterior posterior, right lateral, and superior inferior. I checked the site. The average 5.02, AP 4.96, SI 5.96. RF and AP, no significant difference, but relation to the superior inferior, like this, significant difference, 0.05 to 0.01. That means just longer than AP or RF. So, after this shape. The accuracy, I checked the deviation between the region center and the target center. The target center to the target center, The delta X 0.11, delta Y 0.67, delta 7 is 0.35. See, this graph represented XY deviation and XZ deviation. Y, this is the anterior posterior direction, and the lateral medial direction. The original point is no difference. But you see, just statistically not significant, but the point like this, just anterior. And this is superior and inferior, and lateral medial, you see? Just inferior. If the number is more, maybe statistically significant. So, here is a summary of my result, our result. Excellent means no tremor. Good, that case in TB. A little tremor, but no interference here on ADA. That is good. And no permanent complication. You see, the excellent case and the good case, like this. You see, both cases, the region extend below the ACPC line. That means the subthalamic region. And excellent case just anterior. That means here is the VAM in nucleus here. Here is the VOP is here. So that means the excellent cases, all excellent cases cover a little bit of VOP. Maybe I think this is very important. In a discussion, my mentor, Dr. Harris, now in UCL and Patrick in Sweden. So, here is about the location of region. This region. What is the called term is often subthalamic means? This is Dr. Harris, Professor Harris' cases. You see, successful thalamotomy usually covers some part of the subthalamic region. This is in 60s. You see, 60s, very old report. But you know, this point plot shows the tremor seed, tremor stop. The subdermal area is very important. Each copy. So, of course, you know, these reports are about 50 years ago in our world. You see, so summarize the three important areas to prevent tremor, to stop the tremor, or sometimes to treat the involuntary movement, campotomy, substynotomy, and subthalamotomy. And the subthalamotomy is very unique. So, see? This is a summary of subthalamotomy. They had many comparatives, very old days, demonstrate the subthalamotomy to be more effective than the thalamotomy to stop the tremor. Used for PD, ET, and many other movement disorders. Effective for tremor, rigidity, and according to some studies also for hypokinesia. With few expressions, this is important, unilateral procedure. Bilateral is very dangerous because some dysarthria. So, complication due to subthalamotomy. These are very frequent. Hypotonia. Hypotonia frequently reported after subthalamotomy. According to the right name, subthalamotomy did not normalize the rigidity but replaced it with hypotonia. Hormonal syndrome, frequent in some materials. In a study of Shifter 13/19. Ipsilateral hypohidrosis, frequent in some studies. Postural affection, relatively quite frequent. So, subthalamus is really very good target for stereotactic surgery. But on the other hand, there are many complications. That is very good. So, conclusion. Mrgfus is available as valid ablation surgery for ET. Accurate apparatus approximated within 1 millimeter. The region is spheroid shape, about 5 by 5 by 6. The region tends to deviate to anteriorly inferiorly. Closer to subthalamic area, the tremor seed is better. Thank you for your attention. This is Professor